refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running. Toes they gonna take
this is when we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I felt it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. All right. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I do this every week, man. I do this every week. Start over. Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is First Place Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode. Hey, I got two bros with me on today, but before I bring them up, I got to let y'all know what we're going to talk about today. First, we got Carl, as you can see. We got to talk about that Ravens and Buffalo Bills game last night. The Ravens demolished them. And we got to talk about what kind of statement or what did we learn from that Ravens game? Did they make a statement that game? All right. My boy JD5, another good win, 42 points, 40 burger on the Cardinals in Arizona in 100 degrees weather. Going back to his stomping grounds in college. We got to talk about the Commanders. Are they a true threat in the NFC East? I know somebody in this panel know so. We got to talk about
my bad.
That was actually you, huh? We got to talk about the Chiefs, man. They're dealing with some injuries right now, sadly so, right? Is there a panic time in Kansas City with all the injuries? And lastly, y'all, the NBA's around the corner. Media day was today, but we had a big trade over the weekend. Karl Anthony Towns, Julius Randle, DiVincenzo. Who won the trade? But like I said, I got two of my bros with me. I got second place Carl, Baltimore Ravens on the show right here, Mr. CTC himself. Make sure y'all go subscribe to CTC. And I got second place Tomo with the Dallas Cowboys, representing in the red corner. But how y'all doing, fellas?
I'm good, man. We're not doing that, though. Second place Carl. No, we're not. We're not doing that.
No,
I understand that's where we are currently, but, hey, you heard what I told Javon. Let's see where we at in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, a couple of weeks. If y'all change, I'll call you first place. You know what I mean? But right now, second place. Got called like I see it.
Well, got them shades on, so see we still got him on about 2-3 weeks.
He is, but not for happy reasons. You know what I mean?
Hey, I heard that
black and blue eyes, gotta hide them.
I heard that 2 weeks ago, but go ahead, Tomo.
Hey, you right. And I'm going to keep saying it till I'm right, And I'm going to make sure I'm going to find a way to play some Mary J. Blige in the background, too. Not gonna cry, but I'm doing good, man. We got to win Thursday. I had to watch you guys continue to be great on Sunday, and a weird turn of events has happened in the chat. I never thought I'd see the day that me and the Eagles fans is ganging up on somebody else. Like, this is crazy. And I watched the flock go crazy on Monday night. Let's get it, man.
Hey, Tom, was crazy because I saw the birds writing and stuff, but I couldn't see. I don't know if you heard me, Tomo. I don't know if you heard me. I was telling you, get out the way. Watch out. I can't see them at third place. You in the way, bro. Get out the way. You in second, get out the way. I couldn't see them. That's why I responded so late. So I can't see them birds. I can't look that far down that pit. Maybe I got to put some different glasses on to see them. But
I got you. I got you, Joe. This is where they at.
Fly, eagles, fly.
I was going to do I was going to do this, but I didn't want to get fined. You know what I mean? But anyways, get a flag.
They finding everybody but neighbors. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, y'all. Like this video on 2 platforms. We are streaming this on 2 platforms, Facebook and YouTube. So make sure y'all like on both platforms. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all the social media platforms that we have right now. And share this video with a sports fan, especially an NFL or NBA fan, so they could come on and be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Daniel for being the first comment. Happy Monday, everyone. Always first. All right. And then, hold on. I can't see. Got the way, Tomo. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, Capo, 3rd place. There you go. Okay. Joe traded in the notepad for the shade. There it is. Yeah, you already know it came to fruition. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
See, our brother Dave not here, and normally we got to tell people what to do. But ever since Joe been winning, we ain't got to tell Joe to turn up. So for the rest of us,
Turn me up, 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 up.
and that's just what the FJA was doing after Monday night, because going into Sunday night. It is because it is Monday night. You are correct. I ain't seen my team win since Thursday, so I don't know what day it is. After what the Ravens did to us, I'm just happy we winning again. We took 2 L's on the injury side, but it sounds like Josh Allen. Oh, that's 2 L's too. Wow. Because he took a lot of L's last night too. It's the first time in what? They say almost 6 years, I think. It's been about 6 years, or is it? No, 42 games.
That's that.
42 games since the Bills has lost by more than 6 points. And it only took the flock to say, all right, hold my bid, because that's exactly what happened. Derrick Henry on the first run. I ain't gonna say too much because we got a Raven fan up here, but you all know what happened. 35-10, Buffalo Bills, bad boys, lost to the Ravens. And Carl, who's got it better than us?
I'm not doing that.
I know. I just had to say it.
You see the shirt, bro. I'm not doing that.
It's a hardball thing, man. I don't think it's a Michigan thing.
He almost told, hey, look, I told you on the chat, I almost say he can go. No, we not doing that here.
Well, what did last night prove for you, for the Ravens?
All right, first of all, can I get my name on screen real quick, please?
Go ahead.
Oh, the comment blocking it. Order up. Because that's what we did, man. We fried up some buffalo wings, gave them out, free of charge. You know what I'm saying? Just looking out for the community. Feel me? But in all seriousness, what this game proved to me is, like I said, at the end of week 2 when we were 0-2, I came on the show and told y'all the offense hasn't really played together in the preseason, not our starters. We're still figuring things out. We'll be fine. Sure enough, against y'all, we got the run game going. Lamar did his thing. Derrick Henry did his thing. I forgot the stat. I think it was like the first, or we're like one of the few only players that had like 140 combined running back, something like that. It was a crazy stat. Then we come back next week against Buffalo, do the same thing. Everybody's like, oh, but this Dallas, the run defense of Dallas, boom. All right, cool. We're going to Buffalo, do the same thing. Derrick Henry go for 209. Lamar do his thing through the air, 200 on the through the air, 3 total touchdowns, like 50, 60 rushing yards, something in that ballpark. He do his thing, we do the same thing. We figuring it out, man. We just figuring it out. It sucks that we had to figure it out during the regular season, but you don't want injuries to occur during the preseason, so I get it. But that's all it told me is that we're figuring it out. Todd Monken, he has done better. Y'all know I came on the show and I was critical of Todd Monken play calling. In the chats, I've been critical of Todd Monken play calling, but he's done a better job these last few weeks. And I like that the receivers haven't complained. They've been doing their job. They've been answering the call when it's called, but they've been blocking their behinds off. Nelson, Zay, Rashad, they've been blocking their behinds off. Mark Andrews included especially. I remember Teddy in the chat said Mark Andrews is a really good blocker. Well, I've been preaching that for the longest of time. Mark Andrews, yes, he dropped that terrible pass. I'm mad at you about it because I've also been preaching about how you do be dropping passes, but you do be getting passes for it. But you're a really great blocker, and I like the fact that we're playing selfless football on offense. Nobody wants to be the guy. Nobody cares if it's not their turn. Just like how Josh Allen said about the Bills, Ravens the same thing. We don't care. We just want to win. Even Lamar came on Twitter and said, I don't care about throwing for 300 yards if it results in an L. I could throw for 50, and if we win, I'm cool. I love it. I love it. Defense, man, I ain't gonna lie, y'all scared me in the second half. Y'all gave up the touchdown after we went 3 and out, and I'm like, please, no, not again. But then bowled up. The Bills did try to get cute. I will say that. They tried to get cute. But Kyle Van Noy, who has been heaven sent, got the strip sack fumble. We pick it up. and then we take it down and score, and that killed the game in my opinion. One last point I want to say is how I love the fact we re-signed Cal Van Noy. If y'all remember, I've always wondered how Cal Van Noy has never stuck with an NFL team. He's always gone to the team. He's been either a captain or a baller. I think even in Miami, he was a captain, but he never stuck. Now he's second in the league in sacks with 6 sacks, only a half a sack behind the leader of Aiden Hutchinson. He's been great for us, and we got him for a really low price, which may change after year 2, maybe may change after this year. But Cal Van Noy has always been a baller, in my opinion. Just for some reason, people don't keep him. Glad he's in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
No, go ahead. I'm wondering what you about to say about Josh Allen. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, this game not really about Josh Allen. I think it's more about Baltimore. I think Baltimore just show people who they really are. I mean, a lot of people panic early on. I told y'all they just played 2 quarterbacks they can't beat. Patrick Mahomes and Gardner Minshew. But, you know, Baltimore is still Baltimore. They always got those games when they slip up like that. They lose a lead. John Harbaugh got the most 4-quarter comebacks. Sorry, he gave up the most 4-quarter comebacks since like 1993, something like that. You know, so that's normal. Now, what I do see a change, Carl, is y'all being more balanced. You look at the first 2 games. Kansas City, Lamar threw the ball. Derrick Henry ran the ball 13 times. Against Las Vegas, he ran the ball 18 times. The last 2 games, 25 and 24. And guess what? The last 2 games, more yards per carry. Obviously, that 87-yard run going to boost your numbers up. But
yeah, it's 09, though.
Huh?
Yeah, 209, though. I get it. But he's still
209. You're right. We know Derrick Henry, the more he runs, the better he gets. And Lamar Jackson passing attempts.
Let's talk about
against
Lamar.
Kansas City.
Let's talk about
Lamar.
Lamar.
I know, right? You gotta get that hat on.
Hey, nope. Keep going about Derrick Henry, bro. I'm sorry, Tom. I understand it. Y'all didn't even reach out, so do it.
I know. Jerry's gonna say too expensive. How you know the price? You even call my man. He even got a house in Texas, right, Tomo?
He from Texas.
He work out in Texas every summer. Yep.
Lamar Jackson passing attempts against Kansas City, 41. Against the Raiders, 34. Last 2 games, 15, 18. More balanced attack, and that's what we got need. So, at the time, I'm going to dish your question. But, yeah, I just feel like y'all just show people who y'all really are. Y'all are Super Bowl contenders. Y'all not that 0-T team that we saw the first 2 games.
Out the gate, they get the ball. Run it to the right. You just see 2-2 train go crazy. And I'm sitting there like, $6 million, Jerry, $6 million. Carl, you said it in a voice memo. Like, that's the most that he probably would have asked for. You were like, just give me $6 million. I got the crib already, no state taxes. Like, let me see if I can rejuvenate my career here. They ain't even pick up the phone. I'm watching 200 yards. Imagine what 200 yards could do for this Cowboys offense right now. Imagine what 200 yards did for Lamar Jackson last night. Spank the Bills. That's exactly what it was. And it was funny because I said it in the R2L chat. I said, Carl, I know you didn't want him. But, boy, no buyer's remorse for this one because he is showing up and he is showing out. Todd Monken must have been watching that Georgia game and said, you know what? Let me run them one and show them what I can actually do in the NFL. Let me give them something else. My quarterback can run. My running back can run. My wide receivers, whenever they randomly don't drop the pass, it's going to be wide open for you because it's right there. What was it? 6 targets. Justice Hill went off. Went off. What we got? Isaiah Likely. 2 targets, 1 catch. It's not bad. Again, because the run game was there. Derrick Henry, 3 for 3 on receive. Look, he running and receiving. Like, what more can you ask for that? What more can you ask? And now I know you've been killing my boy Big O with this one, but I think we was the tune-up game because once you've seen what the run game can do, there's no way you can't watch that Cowboys film and then go into next week and say, oh, we can't run the ball. Let's not try it. I think that's what that first play was saying. Like, I told y'all we can run it. And now we're just going to run it down their throat. Every single play, we're going to be physical with them on defense. And who they got out there outside of that nice catch by Keon Coleman. Boy. And then when they showed the highlights saying that he played ball at MSU, I was like, I know Carl hurting right now. I know he hurting.
Yeah, I know that's my guy.
But the real question is, what did it prove? It just proved that this Ravens team, once they actually locked in, that they could be one of the best teams in football. It's just like they picked up from where they left off last season. And Joe, I know you got your dig in saying they played 2 quarterbacks they can't beat. It's kind of true. But once the offensive coordinator said we're going to run the ball, it was good money.
Hold on,
And
Joe.
Lamar is 9-1 on primetime games too. So like,
But he don't win big games.
at
Anyway,
home. Sorry.
but he don't win big games. But anyway, Joe, before you pitch these questions, I do got one rebuttal. Stop throwing Gardner Minshew in there, man. We won it 2. I know the last 2 years he got us. He did. I can't even fake. He got us. But we won it 2, bro. Mahomes, I can see. We only got one win, like 6-7 games against Mahomes. But barely anybody can beat Mahomes, except for the coach. For some strange reason, he struggled against the coach. I do not get it, but he does.
They beat the Steelers too.
And the Bills in the regular season.
Well, I'm about to say regular season, but when it matters most.
Nobody can beat him when it matters most but Brady.
And Burrow.
Anyway. Hey,
Burrow. It's the biggest threat, Tomo. You're right. It is Burrow.
I ain't say all that.
They 1-1. But anyway, you say it was more balanced. I say it's more run heavy. And then, which I'm cool with. Y'all know I complain that we are not the Chiefs. We are the Ravens. We run the ball, run the football.
True. And and then my question is not so for the Ravens though. It's both for both of y'all. The Bills. All right. So their first three opponents, combined record 2-9.
Oh, but somebody told me that Josh Allen was MVP, but didn't mention that.
Hold on. First 2-9. They played the Ravens, who were 1-2, to be fair, but they got blown out. So do y'all think that the Bills? Now it's early. It's only week 4. Not going to week 5. I know. It's too early to ask these questions. But do y'all think that people were too fast on the hype train with the Bills?
I ain't gonna lie, no. I don't think the hype train was Super Bowl winner. I just feel like most of the hype train came with Josh Allen MVP race, and he was balling. Like I came in the chat, me and Tomo got our organization, but I'm not a hater. I came in and said Josh Allen
we're not haters.
Yeah, well, exactly. We are not haters.
Sometimes me.
Of course, we jazz it up for entertainment, but
sometimes most of the time, y'all.
Oh wait! Did they go to Muddy Waters again?
Yeah, see, like y'all always doing this, bro. We put out our mission statement and everything, and y'all just be like, forget all that.
That's crazy.
But to be honest, I came in and gave Josh Allen applause. I said he looks good. He's been balling. He's been making quick and really good decisions. Even when it comes to like scrambling and stuff like that, he's not really holding the ball. He got his guy. He finds his guy and he keeps it going. Like he's been doing really well. Did he run into a buzzsaw last night? Absolutely. A 1-2 team that we think are Super Bowl contenders. Who not 1-2, excuse me. What was I about to say? We're 1-2. Our backs against the wall. There we go. Our backs against the wall. Of course, we're gonna come out swinging. It's Baltimore. They just ran into a buzzsaw, and some people can't handle it at times. If you play that game 9 times out of 10, I don't think it's a blowout. I think we can win 9 times out of 10, but I don't think it's 35-10. But I'm sorry, not sorry, but I don't think it's 35-10. It's just like I said, home atmosphere. The Ray Lewis hype video in the beginning. Kyle Hamilton talking about when they asked him what defender should you be looking out for, he said anybody in black, and you just felt that he did. You just felt that essence, the aura, like you just felt like Baltimore coming here and they ain't coming to play. So I still respect to the Bills. I think they're still a really good team. I don't think this diminishes them. It's just they just ran into a buzzsaw, a team that had their back against the wall.
Tomo,
what you want me to say? Carl said everything right there. I mean, I can't speak too much because when they played the Cowboys, this game was flipped. Like, remember when the Bills played the Cowboys? They did what the Ravens did to them. Like, I looked at it and said, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun now, is it? Look, quarterback ain't even really got to throw the ball no more. They can run at it will. It ain't fun, huh? But that's just me hating. But outside of that, I think the way he was playing, and again, this goes back to when you asked that question with your super chat, who is the best team in the NFC? We think right now. We're not thinking overall. So in that moment, it was the Saints. And then up until he ran into this Sunday night game, Josh Allen was doing this thing. He was willing and dealing. James Cook had people on their fantasy teams going crazy. And another thing, shout out to Lamar too, because I got him starting in both my fantasy leagues. And I was down like 30 points last night in my other league. And I won that matchup because of the way they was running the football. So shout out to you, Lamar. And also in 4-0 in Refuse to Lose League, shout out to Lamar. Yeah,
hey,
but
that's my co-president right there.
I'm just saying, Lamar. What can you say when you got a fantasy a fantasy god, as FFC would say, but he won a fantasy god last night, Josh Allen, that was. Because, again, they said his hand was hurting or something like that, so you already came into the game with your hand tied behind your back, and then your run game wasn't working like it normally is, so that couldn't get these guys open down the field. And, again, he almost threw like 3 interceptions. Carl, I don't know what it is. Your wide receivers drop passes and your DBs, because it was one that was wide open, and he just, like, smacked it out the air. Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins.
Yeah.
He's not the one, like, towards the end of the game?
Nah, he not. That's
Trubisky,
but it was another one. Nate Wiggins dropped.
It was right before they benched Josh Allen.
He kind of threw it right behind him.
I kind of feel like at that time, I feel like Josh Allen was far from the problem. Usually, Josh Allen be throwing these wild passes. I feel like he was pretty accurate yesterday until that pass, because they pressed him at that moment. And if they would have beat y'all, Carl, y'all would have been 1-3, and then the combined records would have been 3-12. You know what I mean? So like that's why I asked you that question, because although they blew out the Jags, it's not like it was a close game. They blew out the Jags. The Dolphins still had Tua and everything. You know what I mean? So
somebody told me they didn't, but go ahead.
He said what?
Somebody told me they didn't, but go ahead.
Oh, it's fine. I missed that. But yeah, so I do feel like the Ravens are better. You know what I mean? And the Ravens at home. Lamar is 1-9 now. I'm sorry, 9-1 now. At home on primetime games. The only loss to the Chiefs. Good thing he didn't play Gardner Minshew on primetime. But
Now I will ask you this though, Joe. If you're not done, if you're done,
I'm done.
I do think at this point, I think the Bills are better than the Jets.
What? Of course.
I agree.
Okay. Of course.
All right. I will.
Can I respond to the comment real quick?
We lost to both Knicks. So
hey man, if that's how y'all feel in Pittsburgh, it sounds like you got issues that you got to deal with. Because I ain't picturing no team full of men with their backs on the floor. Continue.
Y'all had y'all back on the floor and not to the wall. I mean, y'all would have went 1-3 though. That would have been crazy.
That would have got ugly. And plus, also one thing you missed out on, Carl, when you said the atmosphere. You forget that we got a phone call from Chris before the game started. He was at the game too, so the full-fledged Ravens atmosphere was there, and it was in the NFL chat.
It was lit. When they did the lights and everything, that's almost sorry. I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember seeing that when I went to the Eagles game. I didn't. I'm being honest. I ain't seen no lights dimming and all that stuff. It was Monday night.
Well, first of all, Joe, you didn't go to their homecoming game. Now, if you was a Cowboy fan, you would have seen all of that because that's their homecoming.
Was that for the homecoming? Was that like between snaps?
What, the Ravens?
That was literally like in the second quarter. Remember Christian quarter, like in the mid second quarter, when like in the middle of a timeout or something, and they was dimming the lights and they were like getting the crowd hype. I'm like, this show tight.
I mean, we do. Hey, we put on a show for our boys in Baltimore, man.
We respect the fans. Like,
we want them to get their money's worth.
All right, who y'all got next?
You play y'all Baltimore, right? Maybe I'll try to make it in there.
You sure you want to go to that game?
Yes, I do.
It should be a good one.
My man, Carl. Appreciate you, man. I like to respect Carl and getting us these last 24 hours.
You know why most of it is coming.
Yeah, I know. We got your
boy. The Bengals up next. I know we got to roll over and talk about the front runner for offensive rookie player of the year right now in most people's eyes, but I gotta ask you, Carl. I know, call on with us for the rest of the show.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's get money. I wanted to ask you about the Bengals before we rolled over, but no, we got somebody special backstage.
Hold on. Front runner rookie of the year and front runner NFC champs right now. Go ahead.
See, I'm with you on the first part. Come on, man.
This is what I'm saying.
We the front runners. We in the league.
Y'all acting like front runners right now, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, come on, man. Come on. We're going to talk about it in a segment,
It's about to get worse now, because look. Let's bring Mark out now.
Like it worse.
Hold on, Mark, man. We got you, man.
What's going on, fellas?
Yes, sir.
For the 5 fingers for my man, JD. You know the vibes.
What's up?
What's going on?
What y'all want us to say?
Are you on mute, Tomo? On tripping?
No, I ain't on mute. He was tripping. But the Jaden is in full effect. They call him JD. They call him Daniels. They call him J. They call him J Money. Some people call him J Touchdown. I just say I don't use J's at all because I am sober. So people are having a field day with this rookie quarterback. They got Cliff They got the team. I got so many names for this team, but the city is having a field day. Normally, when the Commanders win games, it's sunny in the city, but it's been raining for 5 days straight. Maybe they can feel my pain. I got people. This is a lot on the intro because I got a lot to get off my chest. I got people atting me now in their IG stories that never used to post IG stories. They atting me talking about something. This how we gonna do y'all when we see the Cowboys, Samo. Shout out to my boy Will. So now it's personal. We got Decoria saying, crown him. He is the best quarterback in the NFC. They got it. But rookie quarterback Daniels goes crazy in the desert. Maybe Arizona shouldn't have got rid of him because it was personal. Cliff Kingsbury called up one of the best games. Maybe they shouldn't have got rid of him. It was personal. Shout out to you, done, son. But 42-14 for their third straight win. Are the Commanders a legitimate threat to win the NFC East? Mark, tell us why.
Came to the first round. Yes, we are a legitimate threat to win the NFC East. Every team in the NFC East got its what's that word? They got their problems, as I should say. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and mention them because I don't want nobody to think I'm hating on nobody. But you know, outside of defenses from one team or turnovers from another team or inefficiency of the quarterback from another team, right now the Commanders looking like it's about to be a runaway match with the NFC East. And I'm not saying that as in like trying to be disrespectful to other teams. It's just that our schedule favors it. Like we got a great schedule. I know we got next 2 games is going to test our offense for real. We got 2 good defenses we about to play, but outside of that, I mean, I got us winning one of those games. Like I don't mind losing to the Ravens. I don't mind losing to the Browns. Well, I do mind losing to the Browns. I don't want to lose to the Deshaun Watson. So like it's we right now Jaden Daniels ain't the only thing that Adam Peters hit on in the draft because Brandon Coleman is balling right now. He is balling right now. So you just paired the tackle with the quarterback for a long time. That we just made a connection. I remember last week when we played the Bengals and Jaden Daniels hit that 55-yard pass to Terry McLaurin. We didn't even score. So we scored we did score after that. I called Joe, and I told you I was like, that just started something. Like the trust between Daniels and Terry McLaurin. You're gonna see Terry gonna start going crazy for the rest of the season because of the that chemistry about to really pop off. Like that was the start of it. And last week you saw evidence of it. Like getting Terry the ball, and it's gonna start happening more and more. Get Terry the ball, and then the running game. Run the ball. We have Brian Robinson, 20 carries for 100 yards yesterday. You had McNichols had 68 yards for like 6-7 carries, and that's not even our second running back. Austin Eckler's still not playing, so the team is built just so Jaden Daniels doesn't even have to be pressured to throw the ball. Yes, we can continue to throw short stuff, and then break him downfield, like in the second of the game. And every game he's getting smarter. You see his head staying up when he's looking down the field. And it's just the defense got better after the first quarter yesterday. I don't know if that's going to continue, but if we have a decent defense, just middle of the pack, yes, we get to run away with this division. So
go ahead, Joe.
That was what I got to say.
It's y'all show. Go ahead, Joe.
Shout out to Mr. RBO, Real Ballers Only. He said, here we go. Yeah, they are. Have you seen the rest of the NFC East? Now look.
You better not lose to us on Sunday.
No. The question is, are we legitimate threats?
No, I'm talking Bond saying, have you seen the rest of the East? Like we just trashed something. Yeah. Hold on now.
Oh, here we go. So, man, listen, man. I called Mark throughout that game, and I was like, Mark, RG3 was special. It really was. For some reason, man, this feels better. I know it's early, y'all. I know it's early. We were 3-1 last year, right? Or 2-0. We were 2-0 last year, and like I ain't feel like this. You know what I mean? I ain't feel like this. I was excited, but I wasn't like this. RG3 year, man, I was excited. I still think we would have beat the Seahawks. Maybe we lost to the Falcons second round, but we should have beat the Seahawks. RG3 got hurt. I still believe that to this day. But was it special like this? RG3 had limitations. I knew that, but this dude, Jaden Daniels, man, every game that goes by, I'm more impressed. The only reason I was conservative, two reasons. Two reasons why I was conservative of my schedule picking this year. I was scarred from last year, number one. And number two, he's a rookie. I didn't know how fast he would have got to the NFL. As y'all can see, he ready. 55 stars helps a lot. Do y'all know that in the first 4 games, we got more scoring drives than incompletions? Let that sink in. We got more scoring drives than incompletions. Oh, my bad. The receivers belt is up. Okay, I can go next.
Ladies and gentlemen,
first QB in history with consecutive games with an 85 plus of a completion percentage. First QB in NFL history. And he's a rookie. And his first 4 games is the highest completion percentage in any 4-game span in NFL history. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at this super chat going. Let's get based on that. Hold up. I can't see over there. Tomo, move, bro. Get out the way. I can't see Blaze. He's in 3rd place. Thank you, Tomo. Oh, there you go. All right. 3rd place equal. Shout out to Blaze for the $4.99 super chat. I don't care. All caps. What's happening now? Y'all look really good. But those smiles will be frowns. Hashtag just wait. Hashtag same old skins. Hashtag Snyder would never. Hashtag just another Sam Howe.
He is disrespectful.
donations.
Hey, disrespectful.
All right. I'm glad it's being recorded. So, but yeah, man, 42 points, the highest scoring game we had since 2018. But the man and the last thing I'm saying is this was keeping these drives, like Mark said, the defense are getting better. The Cowboys got injuries. Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence are both hurt, and y'all offense is now both sides of the ball is not flowing like they should be. You know what I mean? So y'all have some issues going on right now. Philly, they dealing with injuries themselves, and on top of that, they don't want to say it, but they got a balance issue with Kellen Moore. They don't know what they are. They don't know what they're
Emotional damage.
You feel me? The defense is inconsistent, so we don't know about Philly, and the Giants are the Giants. So as of right now, from the first 4 games, we do look like the best team, but obviously it's still early. But based on the 4-game sample size, we do look like the more complete team out of everybody in our division. Although we played 4 teams outside of Baker, 3 teams that only won 1 game. And the 1 game that we lost was to a 3-1 Buccaneers team. But if you can see JD that game versus the last 3 games, you can see it's a whole different JD. He's more comfortable now. So these next 2 games will be a huge test for us. But like Mark said, man, I mean, we looking sweet. We looking good. Go ahead, fellas.
All right. So let me
say something nice. Go ahead.
Are the Commanders legit? See, that's what y'all not understanding. Are they a legitimate threat? How many playoff teams have y'all beaten so far?
0.
1. The Bengals.
They ain't go last year.
They ain't go to the playoffs last year?
Nah, Joe Burrow got hurt.
I don't think about the year before that. The Buccaneers went to the playoffs.
We lost.
Though.
So y'all haven't been a playoff team yet.
Nope.
But let Dak Prescott do something like that. Y'all gonna kill me. All right, so y'all got the Browns up next, right?
Yep.
And I know how you feeling about Deshaun Watson. They a little back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all beat the Browns, it depends on how you beat the Browns. But for me, it's the Ravens game. Because Mark said your schedule favors you. So you got Browns, Ravens, Carolina, Chicago, New York. Then you get back into the thick of things because I think New York gonna give y'all some go this second go around. And I'm gonna say the same thing for my Cowboys whenever we talk about the Cowboys again. But you got Pittsburgh, a little shaky. Philadelphia, still shaky at this point. Cowboys, like you said, Tennessee, New Orleans, Philly, Atlanta, Dallas. Does this make you all a legitimate threat? You get past the Ravens, I'll say yes. But for right now, the way you all are balling out, I'll buy a little bit of the stock because, it's kind of going up. I should have bought it before the season started when it was cheaper. Like a real stockbroker would be like, this is the wrong time to buy because it's going through the roof. Like everybody want a little bit of what the Commanders got. I never seen y'all talked about on First Take. I never seen y'all talk about any of the 3 or 4 letter networks. But look at y'all now. Y'all prime time.
JD number 1 selling jersey.
Number 1 selling jersey. Y'all here saying they getting picked over legitimate vets. All this is the madness has started. You know what I mean? I'm just like, woo. I hate to see what happens when they fall off. Is they not gonna talk about it no more? Are they? But make sure they keep that same energy. Right now, Jaden is balling out. They're saying he's the same rookie. I said he joins RG3, which is funny, as the only QB in NFL history with 200 rushing yards in their first 4 games. So look at that. We're not gonna say history repeating itself because again, the organization is better. There is a new atmosphere around this team, and you can feel it. Like if you just watch the games, in certain moments in the game where you feel like y'all used to lose those games, but you're actually winning it. Go back to the Bengals game, go back to this Cardinals game. Once the Cardinals scored 7, it was like, are they really gonna find a way to answer? But my old thing is, once you go up against teams that will continuously run the football, how is your defense going to react? That's why I said the Ravens game for me. So are you a legitimate threat? I got to say yes right now because of everything Mark said and everything Joe said. Right now, the rest of the teams in the NFC East are acting like they don't want to get their stuff together. And if it wasn't for Micah and D-Law getting hurt, I would just say we have a little mental situation, but now we have injuries to add on top of that. So NFC East-wise, you all are making some noise. Carl?
Are they a legitimate threat? Yes. Even though it's early, you can see it's different than last year. The offense, they found something that last drive against the Buccaneers. That's why they always say, man, even in a loss, if it looks out of hand, keep playing because you might find something.
In
they
garbage
found
time,
something,
right?
huh?
Garbage time, right?
Yeah, kind of. But it worked. They found something, went 7 straight drives the next game. Now they were all field goals, but granted, they scored 7 straight drives. It's hard to score every drive in an NFL game, not including, trying to get out the clock, to get out of halftime or to get out the game. It's hard to score to do that. Then they follow it up, scoring every drive the next game against the Bengals. 6 straight drives. 6 drives, 6 scores. I think they started off 4 for 4 for touchdowns, correct? I think it was 4 for 4 for touchdowns. 4 for 4, and then ended with 2 field goals. Yep. Started off 4 for 4
1
for touchdowns.
field goal and 1 touchdown.
Huh?
We kicked 1 field goal on the Bengals.
Oh, okay. My bad. I thought y'all finished with. Oh, no. Y'all didn't finish with 34. I thought y'all finished with 34. Y'all finished with 38. Yeah, you're right. 5 touchdowns. It was just a field goal between touchdown 4 and touchdown 6. I mean, touchdown 4 and touchdown 5. But they found something there. And even in the Cardinals game, they were close to scoring a touchdown on scoring on every drive in the Cardinals game. They just had a pick that kind of ruined that. But they came out hot in that game. And I know what they're going to say. Like you said, Joe, y'all face teams that's currently 1-3. Bengals currently 1-3. Cardinals currently 1-3. The Giants are currently 1-3. But people were high on the Bengals, and people thought the Cards would be competitive, and that game wasn't competitive. It wasn't at all. Now, the Giants, that's a divisional game. The Giants got their number. So you might say, well, the Giants, nobody was high on them. But they always, for some reason, beat the Commanders. They swept the Commanders last year without their starting quarterback. I think they had some injuries too. But they look, Tommy DeVito was the starter of the second game they won, right? Not saying this to throw shots. I'm just saying that people shouldn't look at the Giants and go, well, that don't mean nothing. That actually means a ton in DC. So y'all have been playing really good football. Jaden Daniels, that's my guy, my boy. He's been playing exceptionally well, and it seems like they're unleashing him more and more as the weeks go on, and he's been able to answer the call. Terry McLaurin, he's starting to get a little bit more chemistry with him, which is always a great thing. He's learning to trust Terry more in certain situations. You even heard the sound clip. I don't know if y'all heard it, but when they on the second go ball, I think he said he's seen him, and he said, I'm going to just throw that joint up. I'm saying it the clean way. I'm going to just throw that joint up. And he trusted this guy, and he came down with it. So I think they are 100% threats to the NFC East. Now, that defense needs a lot of work. Not going to lie. But do we think the Giants are a threat? No. Are the Cowboys a powerhouse? I'm sorry, Tomo, but you're not.
Not a powerhouse, nah.
I'm talking about in the NFC East, not just in the NFC period. But in the NFC, y'all not a powerhouse this year in the NFC East.
Go ahead.
And then the Eagles, they're working through their situation as well. Like you said, they got injuries. They're for some reason they're not feeding Saquon as much as I thought they would, which is mind-boggling.
What you mean for some reason?
Huh?
What you mean for some reason?
But chill out, bro. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. For some reason, it's mind-boggling. And the defense, at times, they play well, and at times, they don't. So I think the Commanders are a threat to win the NFC East. And did you bring up that Blaze comment? It's not a sweater, brother. It's a long-sleeve shirt, though. You don't have a team.
Oh man, nah, powerhouse, nah. I told y'all after we lost to the Packers, if you become a member and watch the members only with the Cowboys panel, I told them that we're not going to be a powerhouse because Jerry don't want to go get free agents. Now the powerhouse, once they get healthy and figure out the balance that Joe was talking about, should be the Eagles. Like that should be the powerhouse in the NFC East because of everything they have on both sides of the football. I said it earlier. Maybe they need to get Warren Sapp or somebody up here to talk to Jalen Carter every game. Because if Jalen Carter plays the way he played in that Saints game, the Eagles are unstoppable on defense. Like, because he can get to the quarterback whenever he feel like it. With the Commanders, again, it goes back to run defense. Like, you all are playing it better. But again, you get a team that comes in like how the Ravens did the Bills. How are you going to answer that? Because you're going to have to score, but how long are you going to have the ball? If they score, let's say the Ravens score on every single drive and you go 1-3 and out, it's over after that. So it's just got to see those moments.
Can we bring Kev coming back up, please?
I don't think they score on every drive. Yeah, I mean, we do still got Frankie Louvu and Bobby Wagner. So I mean, it's just like I said, it's getting better every week. The D line, that 2 interior D linemen just got sacked this week, so they're going to start to play. You're going to see something different on the defensive line. Next week against the Browns. So I mean, we're getting better every week, literally. So they heard us complaining about them. They heard them talking about trade Deron Payne, trade Jonathan Allen before the trade deadline, and they heard y'all and they got their first sack. They were getting endless pressure against Kyler Murray, who just came off probably one of the best games of his career. So I mean, we held him to 14 points. He just came off the best game of his career. So just another thing to say, the highest graded quarterbacks of week 3 and week 4, Lamar Jackson, 90.4, and Jaden Daniels, 94.1. Ain't that something? Just some Commander love right there, you know what I'm saying? It's fun watching the Commanders. It's like watching I'm not comparing them. Well, I can't compare them. They actually do play like Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels. Just like watching Lamar Jackson play, it's exciting. You don't know what he's about to do. You don't know what the team about to do. He wants to win. He gets you riled up and everything like that. Watching Jaden Daniels is like watching Lamar Jackson right now. But the difference is Jaden Daniels is a rookie. So that's where all the hype at, because he's doing the same thing. He's reading the defenses. He's running. He's getting first downs. He's scoring. He's carrying the team, like on offense the way he has to. And he's, So I'm just we first. We first right now. Sorry, Tomo.
What y'all saying sorry for?
Second or third. I don't think y'all gonna do anything for real this season. I really don't. I don't believe it. And I know y'all offense can get hot, but I really don't trust y'all defense. I don't. I got good players, but y'all get exposed a lot. And the Eagles, we just know about the Eagles already. We know what the Eagles gonna do. We know what they're gonna do. Jalen Hurts, he's good for a turnover every game. He's good. I'm with you,
but you can't talk about the defense, bro.
Our defense getting better, it's getting worse. It's the thing. They started off hot.
Is it? Or was that a good
game?
You
better pray if Deshaun Watson scores 14. If the Browns get 21 points on y'all, I know you're gonna be here, Mark. I just want you to come back and be like, how did Deshaun Watson get 21 points on that defense and getting better every week?
I don't know if you're on mute, but yeah, Mark.
Oh, that's not me. Okay.
Nah, the sound went out. Mark.
The team.
Your sound went out.
Your sound went out.
I know, Carl. Right. You want to respond to Kevin?
Yeah. Real quick. Because Saquon was number 1 in rushing, right? Cool. Let's remember Saquon got his touches against the Packers, right? 24 carries. He didn't have 100 yards. Well, he had 109, but he got his touches against the Packers, right? Right? He got his touches against the Falcons. He should have got more, but he got touches, 22. 22. But somebody remind me how many touches he get in the first quarter against the Saints?
I don't know.
0, right? I think the number was 0. Ooh. I think I came in the chat and complained how Saquon has no carries against the Saints in the first quarter. And how many? He finished with 17, but he broke a 65-yarder. Mm-hmm. So that boosts it a lot. That boosted it a lot, right? Okay, cool. And then against the Saints, not the Saints, against the Buccaneers this past week, how many carries he have? I think he had 10 carries. But he's getting his touches. I mean.
That makes your point, though. He was the leading rusher last year.
Because Kev is saying, I think Kev is saying in the comments, he's like, well, Saquon number 1 in rushing, so how's he not getting his touches? Because he's breaking long runs. And that's my
But so sorry to cut you off. To prove your point is going into yesterday's game, he was leading the league in rushing, and you go into the game without your two top receivers, and he only get 2 rushes. 10 rushes. Come on now. But I do want to say something about the Commanders. Last thing I want to say about Commanders, y'all. It's for everybody. It's not just for the chat. It's for people who watching live too, or watch later. For those who keep comparing us to the same old Commanders. Carl, you said, Carl, I love everything you said, by the way. I appreciate your kind words. Like, for real, I really do. It was good to hear that come from you. But I want y'all to realize, new owner, higher expectations. New head coach. Oh, Dan Quinn gave up a big lead in the Super Bowl. He gave a big lead where? Oh, in the Super Bowl. Okay. Super Bowl coach. New coaching staff. Y'all, I said this in the off season. The most underrated coach we have is Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn's underrated. Running back coach. I see the rushing scheme, right? Cliff Kingsbury. He's always been good with quarterback. Everybody keeps saying, oh, the era offense. If y'all watch the Cardinals, they were more balanced every season. More and more balanced. So, and we got a franchise quarterback, a legit franchise quarterback, a guy who's poised, a duo threat. So this is a brand new situation. So everybody keeps saying, oh, dang it, Snyder. They just hoping. What they say, I think I'm breaking up. When we got a new owner, what they say? People in the NFC East was like, dang, I want Daniel Snyder to still be the owner. Like, so it's cool though.
Well, yeah.
I want before I know the show went long, but I just want to address one comment. And Kev, we could talk about it in the NFL chats also. But he's like, Tomo, stop the Saquon cap. You want us to? I don't get what you're saying with that one. My shot was at your offensive coordinator. If you talking about that, I ain't got no smoke for Saquon. When Carl said what he said, I was like, you wonder why they don't run the ball.
Yeah, and that's why I said we're not doing this.
Yeah,
I definitely knew you were talking about more.
And for you to have your top 2 receivers out and you not feed your running back for a couple of weeks is kind of insane, ain't it? You don't think that's the reason why Saquon? Well, I mean, one of the reasons anyway. Your 2 star wide receivers out. So don't you want to feed your running back?
I think.
Like Dan's there for a couple games. He'll be all right.
He said they ran 6 plays in the first quarter. I would think at least one of your first 3 will be a run to Saquon.
Carl, I'll have so much to reply to that, but we got to move on to the next topic because if you only
leave me alone.
You said it's right there at the rim. It's right there. But it's media day and we talking basketball, so I'm gonna switch on over because we had a trade that happened. And I think Joe right now, I think Jerry. Oh, there you go. He back. I thought Jerry Internet was like, you gonna have there's too much Commander love. We gotta get him out of here. But same cat, new town. Well, based upon what people saying about him in Philly media, he can't do nothing right. Knicks receive Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves get Julius Randle and the Dante DiVincenzo and Detroit. Carl, how you end up in this pick?
I said Pistons ties in the chat.
Look, how you end up in this? And they get Detroit first round pick. So the question is, and it kind of started backstage on like Friday. Was it Friday? I think it was Friday or Saturday when we had our meeting. It was like, who won this trade? The Timberwolves or the Knicks? And I'm gonna start with you, Carl. Who you think won this trade?
I'm not all right. So look, I seen this question around 12 o'clock. It is currently 7:57 p.m. and I'm still battling with myself to see who won this trade. But for the sake of the show, I'm going to say the Timberwolves. I'm going to say the Timberwolves. One, Cat in New York. I don't know if he's gonna last. Man, New York is grimy. I know a lot of the criticism, including mine, about Cat is he can be soft. Does he have games where he don't show it? Yes. But for the majority, I have been saying, and Joe killed me for it, by the way, I have been saying Cat has been playing soft. The Timberwolves, on the other hand, they kind of, well, I feel like Julius Randle kind of unclogs the paint. He brings a toughness to the Timberwolves, both offensively and defensively. Gobert, I think he's more able to do his thing with Randle there, with Randle being a true 4. And they get a 3-and-D guy in Dante DiVincenzo, which is always good for a team. Dante DiVincenzo played really well in the postseason this past year. I think that helps them a lot. It makes the offense not so dependent on Anthony Edwards. You have a guy that you know that can make a shot, play defense, and he's going to play a ton of minutes in Dante DiVincenzo. I'm going to go with the Timberwolves, but it was a tough decision for me on this trade to see who won it, especially because if Cat can get his stuff together, it's not going to be a lot of the offense. Is not going to be dependent upon Cat with Jalen Brunson there. And it clearly shows that it's now Jalen Brunson's team, which I've said that last year anyway. I said if Randall's going to have to come back, he's going to have to realize this is Brunson's team. Well, now he don't have to realize anything. He's going to Minnesota. But I'm going to go with Minnesota in this one. I just think it opens up so much more, and it's probably going to allow Ant to show more of a playmaking side of him.
Mark?
Well, I was thinking the same thing you was thinking, Carl, but then I thought about it. Like, I think the Knicks won this trade. The reason being because the Knicks got the guys that they want. Probably for the first time in a long time that the Knicks actually got the guy that they went for. They ain't go to another team or anything like that. They went to the Knicks. So with that, you got Karl Anthony Towns in New York. Yeah, he is soft sometimes, but I think New York going to toughen him up. Like, even just going outside or just playing outside at Dykeman or something like that, just, during the season, before the season or something like that. I think they're going to toughen him up. And tough Karl Anthony Towns is probably going to be one of the best big men in the league. If he's not one of the best big men in the league right now, he's going to get better. So, the Knicks got something going with Brunson. Brunson is one of the best playmakers, one of the best players in the league too. So you pairing him, that three, that pick and pop going to be something crazy with Karl Anthony Towns and him off the screen. So I think the Knicks won that trade. I do like Minnesota though. They do got DiVincenzo on a 3-year, $11 million deal. So they still got him for 3 more years. But Julius Randle was uncertain, even though he did qualify for the max, the super max. Not the super max, but the max for for the past 6 years. I don't know if he's gonna re-sign with Minnesota, and that's the thing about it. They had to give him his contract with DiVincenzo contract. That's why they had to throw him in there because the Cat was making 42, I think, this year. Yeah, he's making 42 million. So, I think the Knicks won this trade basketball wise, but money wise, Timberwolves probably did win this trade, but. Basketball-wise, I think the Knicks going to do something in the East.
So I seen this trade come through, and I was like, first of all, it was a rumor. Then it was confirmed, and I said, wait. Cat going to whoa, what's going on here? They're just going to kick me out?
So I'm about to have to run R12.
I was like, I know I'm still talking. What's going on here? But I seen it go through, and it was just like what just happened here. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, they just going to – how Cat end up with the Knicks and Julius Randle? And I was like, oh. So Julius Randle, they were worried about the chemistry. This was one of the things that they were concerned about, him coming back, because remember, they had the Villanova 4. And they're like, well, if Villanova 4 can get us to the playoffs, well, the Villanova 3 did it at first, and then they went and got Miles Bridges, and then you just seen what that was. Mikal. Yeah, Mikal.
Miles is this, my brother.
That's probably why I said it. That's actually what I was saying. So then I looked at it and said, who won this trade? And I was like, I think both teams won. And then Tyler, who was the Broncos fan that came on here, we was talking about it. He was like, you sure? And I talked it out, and I was like, I think both teams won this trade, because if you look at what New York got back, they got rid of the chemistry issue that they don't have to worry about technically, as far as whose team is it? That's gone, because y'all had a whole debate about Julius Randle versus Jimmy Butler. Now you got that out the way, so you don't got to worry about that, because now everybody knows that this is Brunson's team and everything flows through him. And this is a new change of scenery for Cat. So now it's you really got to prove yourself. So all that stuff you was doing in Minnesota, the 3 million 3-pointers that you say you shoot on a daily basis, all that, you could do all that outside, but now it's a new change of scenery. You got to prove yourself here. And with that coaching staff, you already know what he's going to do. He's going to make you run. So if you come in there acting soft, at some point, you're going to have to toughen up. Maybe you want to call it Joakim Noah. And with the Timberwolves, again, you got another player who's ready to prove himself. He's like, oh, they just going to give up on me like that? Julius Randle. Then you got DiVincenzo, who is a solid role player right there. You got somebody now you're teaming up with Ant, who's going to be the face of the league. Well, everyone's propelling him as the face of the league at this point, because we all know what happened with Ja. And then you only got to worry about the Rudy Gobert and Cat experiment no more. Like we've seen that did work, but now it's like, all right, everybody has a solid role on this team, so let's move forward. So I think both teams won. I mean, if you want to edge it out, I'll give it to the Timberwolves because they got Detroit picked. And sorry, neighbor, but we both know we're gonna be bad this year. So
hold on. Don't throw me in that.
Oh, so now we're not neighbors. We're gonna do this
we
on
neighbors,
air?
but the second part.
That you're gonna be bad?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be bad this year, bro.
All right, well, that's good to know. But that's the one that will give you a little bit of the slight to the Timberwolves saying that they won it because of the draft pick. Now, I don't know what's going on with the New York Wi-Fi, but Joe, was you ready?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But who I think won the trade? I'm going with New York. Everybody keeps saying Cat's off. Okay. Do they get to the Western Conference Finals and without Cat? No. Do they beat Denver without Cat? No.
Possibly.
So now the spark. Nah, I don't know. Because Cat had 2 games when he went crazy. One game in the fourth he went crazy, and people underestimate Cat as a mismatch, and Cat also helps protect the rim with Rudy Gobert. So he's another big body. Now you get rid of Cat. Now the spark that Nas Reed used to give off the bench, now he's a starter. So
he don't have to start.
Julius Randle. Okay, you put Julius Randle there. Everybody gets my Cat. What has Julius Randle done in the playoffs? No.
Look, that's not my fight.
Come on, man. The man.
That's not my fight.
He's known for folding in the playoffs.
But that's as a number one though. He's clearly not going to be a number one in Minnesota.
He was a number one with Brunson, and he still didn't play well. Not this year, last year against Cleveland, he did not play well, and he didn't. And I think he got hurt after that. Or against Miami, he didn't play well. So you look at New York. From the team they got, he fits. He really does. He fits. New York was so heavily relying on Jalen Brunson scoring the ball. Now you bring Cat to the mix. You're not relying heavy on Jalen Brunson no more. Cat is not the number one option. He's number 2 option once again. He could play the same daggone role he played with the Timberwolves. But when you look at the Timberwolves, now it's more pressure on Anthony Edwards to score, in my opinion. I think it's more pressure on him, which I think he wants that pressure also. So I do think the trade, it was good for both teams. Not saying like one loss. I don't think Minnesota gonna fall off completely, but I think they're gonna be times they're gonna miss Cat. They're gonna miss Cat. Like people underestimate Cat value on that team because they keep saying he's soft. Like he was an asset. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Cat was a big asset to them. He was a mismatch and everything. So I think that was a great trade for New York because they go all in. We had a conversation about Jalen Brunson taking a lower contract. And look, because he took a lower contract, they were able to afford Karl Anthony Towns' contract to go.
See, Jerry, that's how you do it.
No. See, they were going to be able to get Cat regardless. They just didn't want to pay the luxury. But I feel you.
Yeah, but then you got to look. Cat just came from the West, which was loaded, and went to the East, which isn't as loaded as the West is.
Thank you, Lord.
So, I mean, Cat probably got an easy chance to get there. You know what I'm saying? So, I think the Knicks won this trade. So yeah.
And Randall he's nicked up a lot in the playoffs too. Also, like he always get an injury, So I'm a little iffy about Randall. Randall is not better than Cat. Cat is a better player than Randall. Randall fits the model of Timberwolves. He do go hard. I give him that. He's tough dude, but look at their team, bro. I know they lost DiVincenzo too. I think DiVincenzo is a big piece for them in that trade.
That's what I talked about.
They got OG, Kel. They got all defenders now. You know what I mean? And
Josh Hart.
Nice ball.
Nice. Got to shout out Josh Hart. But Joe, my premise wasn't they got the best player because, like you said, it's Cat the best player. My premise was the toughness and everything that he brings to the Timberwolves. Like I agree that obviously the Knicks got the best player in the trade. 100% agree. My premise was, like I said, one, the toughness that they get with Randall, and 2, the 3-and-D they get with Dante DiVincenzo, because a lot of their issues was shooting outside of what Jaden McDaniels at times and Edwards and Cat. Yep. Nas Reed was able to do his thing a little bit, but I don't think Nas Reed was, if I remember it correctly, he wasn't as effective in the Mavs series as he was in the Nuggets series. If I remember correctly.
You're right.
Yeah. He wasn't as effective. But with Randall, he can I understand. I was on the Julius Randle, Jimmy Butler debate about Julius Randle in the playoffs. But a lot of that pressure won't be there in Minnesota. like you said, it's going to be a lot more pressure on Ant, but he is a guy where you can get the ball down low and let him do his thing in the post, put pressure on the defenses as a legitimate four. And I really like the matchmaking with Randall over Cat. Cat and Rudy Gobert are 2 true 5s. Now you got a true 4. It just feels a little bit better, in my opinion, with Randall there as opposed to Cat. And then you could have also had the butting of heads because Cat was the guy originally. Now Ant-Man's the guy. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes with that. But I do like the trade for both teams. That's why I say for from 12 when I seen the question to like still right now, I battle for who won the trade because it's a good trade. But for the purpose of the show, I think Minnesota won it.
Yeah.
This is one of them trades like you making fantasy and you like, man, this was actually a good trade. Like you flat out. Like that's why I said I think both teams won it, and I could see how what the vision was with both GMs when they said, okay, we can make this deal happen. Because again, it all goes back to who's the face of the franchise. It went from Cat to Ant. It went from Julius supposedly to Jalen Brunson coming in and taking over, and it's like, do we still want to have this? All right, let's give both of these guys a change of scenery and see what we can do now because they both need to go to the next level.
Yeah, like Kat said,
It's
I
just
think
that Pistons pick. Yeah, that Pistons pick is what did it.
I knew everybody would run into that Cat and Solve narrative. Like he's gonna be a liability for the Knicks. He gonna help a lot.
I don't think he will be. I think he can be.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, let's get to the last words, man. Let's get up out of here.
Yeah, he put left out loud for a reason.
He's true.
All right, last words, man. First of all, I do want to say my condolences. The Kemba Mutombo died today. So I do want to give my condolences to his family. And y'all know me, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, right? So when somebody dies, the first thing I ask myself is, do they know Jesus? That's just me personally. That's the first thing I ask myself. And if the answer is yes, I'm praising, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, great example. So this is a reminder that life is short. The Kemba was 58 years old, I believe, and he died from brain cancer. Was it brain cancer? Right? 58 years old, died from brain cancer. Listen, people are dying at 58, 99, 38, 8 months, 8 weeks, 8 seconds. So if you haven't, give your life to him because time is, life is too short. But on the other hand, shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the R2L family. Also, shout out to my boy JD5. I gotta give me a jersey. I need to make a bet. Maybe I should bet Kev in the Eagles game for a jersey, and he could buy me a Jaden Daniels jersey. We sponsor the TWolves. So media day was today. So I should be putting out a Kings Talk episode sometime within the next 7 days. I ain't watched all the interviews yet, but media day was day. My man DeRon Rosen looking sweet in new Kings jersey. The whole team was excited about him. Mike Brown got the best mountain climbing guy in U.S. to talk to the team. I thought that was dope. So I'm gonna call about the Kings. I was talking about I'm like, Heidi, remember the Kings a couple of years ago, number 1 offense? This how I'm feeling about the Commanders right now. I told that yesterday, Mark. I told that yesterday. He said, remember I'm excited all year? This how I'm feeling about the Commanders. Now, they did lose in the first round. They lose in the first round. You know what I mean? So, but it was exciting. So, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Tomo. Shout out to my man Dave. Shout out to Mark and you, Carl.
All right, man. As always, appreciate y'all for having me on the show. It was fun. Y'all enjoy these Monday night football games. CTC will be out soon. I got to recap week 5. What a great week 5 it was. The best game of the week, though, however, was born into the end. But we'll talk about that.
The best ending.
I don't even
that
know
was
if
the best game.
Ending. That's what I said. It was supposed to be game of the, that's what I'm saying. It was supposed to be game of the week. It didn't live up to it.
Yeah. Everybody, the best game of the year. I'm like, no, you changed out of that game when you came back to the game. Best ending.
Yeah, no. It was that's what I'm saying. I was saying it's supposed to be game of the year, and it didn't live up to it. Dang, I lost my train of thought. Oh, to Blaze. I didn't say that the Pistons were gonna be a playoff team. I just think we're gonna be competitive, bro. Like y'all know, I'll be super realistic with my team. I had us losing. We winning 27 games last year. I think we're gonna be competitive this year. I'm sorry, not
30
sorry.
games.
RBO, you'll find out. But yeah, man. Go
Neighbors
Lions.
episode?
Huh?
RBO Neighbors episode?
Hey, I'm with it. You
All
gotta
right,
talk
let's
to
get
Vaughn,
it.
but I'm with it.
All right, Vaughn, let me know.
Lions, go Lions tonight. Beat the Seahawks. Hey, like my mother said, man, the Ravens got an undefeated team out the way. We need the Lions to get an undefeated team out the way. The Ravens wore all black. The Lions wearing all black. Let's get the dub, Lions. MSU. Hey, man, it's tough sledding from here, bro. We had Ohio State last week. We got Oregon this week. We got Iowa the week after next, and then we got Michigan. So it's tough sledding. Let's just be competitive.
I could beat Michigan, so go ahead.
Oh, for sure. I told you I got a pride bet. If we lose to Michigan, I got to do CTC's next episode with a Michigan shirt on.
Dang.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna just say go Commanders. You know what I'm saying? You got a game coming on tonight. It's actually live right now. So, but yeah, all I want to say is go Commanders. JD5, Beast of the East, NFC East, I should say. That's it.
Here we go again. My last words is here we go again. Shout out to everybody else on the network, but once the Commanders found out that they got a decent quarterback and he can actually win them some football games, the city has gone insane. So all I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna hate on you guys. I'm gonna let you all have your moment because we all had ours. But I just wanted to address one thing that Mark said about the Cowboys. As long as Dak Prescott is standing up, I got a chance against the NFC East. So that's all I'm gonna say to y'all. Like I told the Giants fan that the game didn't look good, but my man was willing and dealing when it was time to. So if it's the NFC East and we ain't talking playoffs, Dak Prescott got a shot.
Dak versus Snyder. By the way, Dak versus Snyder's regime. By the way, it's a whole new regime.
I done seen the Eagles change coaches. I done seen GMs come in and out. I done seen the Giants do the same thing. So look, buddy, long as fullback there, I can keep talking trash, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, it ain't like y'all ain't like the Giants when we beat y'all because we own them. Like it is competitive with y'all, but all I'm gonna say, as long as Four is back there, we got a shot. And Wizards, it was media day. That's all I got. Shout out to Bug.
All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.
Still live.